Hey guys, what's up? So we're gonna get right into this video as fast as we can. We got a lot of topics to talk about. They all kind of correlate with one another in a really big way, leading into how all this stuff is going to be revealed by the end of the year. So first off, I saw some people sending me messages all throughout the week. I'm sorry I didn't reply to you guys. I was really busy, but Joe, we're all talking about like leakers and this leak, and he might be a trustworthy source. I didn't pay too much attention because the last few times I got messages have been kind of BS. But then Shieldmaster sent me a message. And I went to investigate the post he was showing me. And this is pretty interesting because the guy he showed me has dropped some bangers in the past, some pretty credible reporting from this guy. He talked about the Gunfight Alpha. He called it a beta, but he talked about when it was going to come out, and that would be purely Gunfight first for the PS4. He tweeted this first in July 31st, 2019. Now, I had just flown to LA at that point for the Modern Warfare event in LA on the 31st of July in 2019, and I definitely remember that we all had no clue there was going to be a 2v2 gunfight beta. Only the actual beta. We all knew there was going to be a beta for multiplayer, as there was every Call of Duty season for the past few years, but a 2v2 mode only beta was the last thing on our minds. It kind of seemed out of the question. But sure enough, the 2v2 Alpha, as it was called, did release, like his prediction. And as you can see, someone below asked why they would only do a 2v2 mode, and he replied, I don't know, but they're doing one, just, trust me. He also tweeted that the trailer was ready for Warzone for Modern Warfare, and it is launching on March 10th. It'll be free to play, squads only, blah, blah, blah. Says if this comes true, then you know that he is not lying when he talks about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. And I'm going to get into Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, but there's a lot more tied to it than just the fact that it might be coming out later this year. But to back up what he said, a streamer came out and said that he will be doing some sponsored event, some sponsored stream on the 10th, and it's going to be some game or game mode that we've all really been waiting for, and he's really excited for it, and it's going to be awesome. And what's funny is the Gaming Revolution tweeted that video, and then Okami retweeted the Gaming Revolution's tweet basically saying like, yeah, I know, I figured this out before you did. Okami actually tried to help the Gaming Revolution last year because the tweet about the 2v2 beta, he was tweeting at the Gaming Revolution. So if you've got trust in the Gaming Revolution, then you damn sure better have some trust in this guy because he's ahead of the curve when it comes to Gaming Revolution. He's got the info before this guy does. What's going on in Modern Warfare 2 Remastered? He says Modern Warfare Remastered is releasing this year with multiplayer. Like I've been saying all along. Hashtag Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, the Game Revolution, blah, blah. He also puts a correction tweet underneath saying, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, obviously. Someone asked if it's going to be popping out along with Treyarch's next game, and Okami says sooner than Treyarch's next game. So obviously that means sometime in the summer, right? Well, it could be. But then I saw this. He was replying to a chat talking about Treyarch's upcoming Call of Duty. He said, just keep in mind the game was completely scrapped and has to be remade in a year. Blundell is gone, and I don't have high hopes for it. This is huge because me and several others were under the impression that they were at least going to utilize or salvage some of what Sledgehammer Games had already created in their Cold War shooter to use it in their Black Ops reboot. That would definitely be a huge help with moving the game along if a lot of the tools needed to make the game were already in your hands, already pre-made with textures, environments, and locations, but apparently that's not the case. Apparently it was all scrapped according to Okami. Now, I had low expectations, honestly, with them picking up a project from Sledgehammer Games, being on hiatus for a few months because they couldn't agree on anything, and then creating a game that I thought was going to be utilizing some of the things already made from Sledgehammer. Even with that, even with some of the game pre-made, I still had low expectations for the time given. But the fact that they had to completely scrap and start over with only 1 year given is almost unimaginable. Now, if you had kept up with my videos, you would see I had a video talking about how they might postpone the release of Treyarch's next game and instead just drop a remastered game in its place come November to give the game more time to finish. This information also came out after the deadline was given for the release of Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, which was June 2021. So sometime between now and June 2021, the game has to be released because they put money into it, they put in the work, they want to make money back, and if it's going to be used as a safety net so that Treyarch has more time to produce their game, it will most likely be released sometime in November. And I saw this as purely feasible and possible that it could happen with how behind Treyarch was in my mind at that time. But to see that they completely started over, they're now now I understand they're even more behind than I originally thought. It seems even more likely that this tactic will be used. We already heard at the Activision quarterly business meeting that they stated there would be several remasters coming out this year, or being announced at least. And like I said before, I don't care if Modern Warfare 2 comes out in November and we get another game later, like World at War or something the next year. Or if World at War Remastered comes out first, we wait a year for Modern Warfare 2, and then we have to wait for like a Black Ops reboot. It doesn't matter as long as we get those games. Right? Like, I'm totally fine. 2019 through 2026 is probably going to be the greatest revival of Call of Duty, but it's going to have a very strange beginning trying to get its ducks in a row and fix what they almost destroyed with the 5 years prior. So I don't mind if the schedule gets messy. Hell no, I don't mind. Let the schedule get messy, as long as we get the good games that we want in the end. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's all the news and speculation I got at this time. I'm sure more will come out as time goes on. Keep an eye out for Monday, and also for the 10th, especially if you're really excited for Battle Royale coming to Modern Warfare. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Invite your friends, other people, if you know they might be interested in this stuff. Also, I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments. I want conversation. So keep the conversation going down there, and I will catch you guys next time.